in the long run, it's only going to make data centers more valuable and more used. If you believe, and I believe, there's almost an infinite number of applications for artificial intelligence. Perhaps the most important is CRE. Investors are looking for returns. And over the last 3 years in particular, there's been almost no property type that you've been able to pencil out and make a reasonable return on a risk-adjusted basis. Data centers today, we're still, and have been for the last 3 or 4 years, we write 15-year leases with a 10% unlevered return on cost with tenants that have credit ratings that are better than the US government. Any commercial real estate investor who sees that in any property type, if that's what was happening in medical buildings or in apartments or in office, that's where people would be going. So the current interest in data centers, I don't think is a technological interest. It's an interest in, look at that yield, look at that risk. I want that. So that's one of the big reasons. And then also people, when they get into it, they begin to understand that data centers are truly sort of the central rail station of the internet, and the internet is the central rail station of our cultures, our economies, our governments. Virtually everything today in our society is dependent on the internet, and the internet is dependent on data centers. So those two things put together make it it's a powerful thesis for investing. It's actually quite difficult. You can't just start up a data center company, even if you have all the capital in the world, because you need a track record. You need a track record of operational excellence in order to get a tenant. So that may be the biggest barrier to entry. We've set up a fund to offer investors an opportunity to invest in our data center platform. So it's a limited universe of opportunities. If I had one thing to say about an investor who was looking to invest in a data center space who's never invested before, I would highly recommend they find a very experienced investment manager who knows the space, has lived in the space as it evolved over the last couple of decades, and rely on that investment for your first investment. Maybe you can branch out later once you've really learned the space, see how it operates, but it's not a space you want to be in without a very experienced investment manager at your side.